Hi, folks. I was just watching yesterday's Britain's Got Talent, and there's a magician in it who says he wants everyone to live their biggest dreams. And I was thinking for a second, what's my biggest dream? And of course, it took me to that situation of a dream I had around 2000, so it was about 26 years ago, where I walked through a door, stairway going down, massive tank of water. All these creatures, obviously mammals, swimming around, and a current drawing them to the far end where the current gets stronger and stronger the further it goes, and then them dropping to their deaths. And God says, this represents my people that are being drawn away from me, but no, it's not your time. So I thought about it for a second. I thought, well, yeah. The last church I was in, the Vineyard, what I've learnt from that, am I living now in what I saw in that dream? And I thought, no, because they've chosen their path. But actually, yeah, there is a current, because the point of it is the way the church is. There is an accepted way of doing things. And before too long, it's incredibly difficult to get out of it. That is like a current. So, yeah. My people that are being drawn away from me, I don't know about that. Well, because, well, I've said, if those who are God stay in that, then they're in trouble. Because it's suffocation. If you're in a church like the Vineyard Church in Elgin, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if you're in a church like that. Because if they're doing worship the way they're doing worship, if they're doing church the way they're doing church, again, they've got the Vineyard sign saying they believe that God wants them to do blah, blah, blah. And God doesn't want any of that. That's not God. That's the world. So the whole idea of serving the community, you're supposed to be serving the kingdom. If you believe you're supposed to be serving anything other than the kingdom. And again, the problem is people will say, oh, but our view of serving the kingdom is serving the community, therefore that's correct. No, it isn't. Your view of serving the kingdom, who cares a crap about your view of anything? The reality is God's view of what serving the kingdom is, not yours. So again, I'm only using this church as an example because it's the latest church. This church is nowhere near the worst. Nowhere near. I mean, at least as a Vineyard Church, they do different kinds of service, which makes it more interesting. But again, for me to stay in the church now, I would have to see that they're actually trying to be led by God, and that we're damn sight more. Well, the Vineyard Church, you would say they're welcoming. They have signs saying welcome. Okay, people holding the signs saying welcome, as if that means anything at all. And people say welcome when you go in, yeah. But again, do you get invited to someone's house for a meal? Not really. I mean, you can't. With the Connect group at Archie and Jude's, you do get invited to go there early for a meal before the Connect group. But that's because it's the Connect group. Yeah. Does anyone get invited on a Sunday to someone's house to share a meal and spend time with God? No. Is that how things should be? Absolutely. Because of fellowship, because of real fellowship. You need that. You need deeper, stronger fellowship. You won't get it. The only places that don't think that, when they think that the time you should spend together is church and house groups, and that's it. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So again, this whole idea of community and family is nonsense. Because in family, what do you do with family? You go around to families' houses, you spend time with them. If they're a loving family, don't you? There's, put it this way. All these places have potential, but the reality is that, once you start along the process of being the same as every other church, whether that's every other Vineyard Church, Baptist Church, Pentecostal Church, whatever, and you do things according to the pattern of church, what's accepted by church, you're in that current. You are being taken away from God and fall into your depths. That's the reality. And are there people of God who would be falling through that gap to the concrete below? Yeah. Of course, if they're of God, then they will fall through that. And again, I don't know. Because again, that's the point. Is it possible for someone of God, someone who is of that good ground, to go to hell? Anything's possible. So, if falling to death means going to hell for eternity, then We'll put it this way. If you're in church now and you're being encouraged to judge, condemn, and not forgive, then yes, indeed. Someone who is chosen could still go to hell. Yes. And the words used, chosen, good ground, same people. You take care. God bless.